Hello everyone, I hope you had a very much quite have a wonderful, blessed, great weekend, and you guys exactly enjoyed yourself as well as from shorts as well. You guys also precisely as well enjoyed yourself as well, and as well from you guys in TikTok and from long videos in YouTube and from my fellow subscribers as well. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you guys will have a wonderful, blessed day as well. May you stay blessed, and may you stay happy, and may you keep shining your light into the world and keep making a difference in whatever way you see fit. And remember, guys, I believe in you as you quietly believe in me as well. Your support to me means tremendously a lot to me, and I'm so very grateful to exactly have it. Completely means a lot to me. I'm very grateful for you guys. May God bless you all, keep you safe, and may you all shine and live brightly as much as you can. And remember, guys, keep shining and keep staying strong and keep staying positive. You guys got this. I believe in you, and you guys will always exactly got this, no matter what. Today's quietly beautiful and very quietly, very skyly beautiful with the sky and everything else quietly up, and also quietly up with the sun as well, and a bit quietly warmer and a bit colder. But despite that, guys, today is such a beautiful day. Keep warm, keep safe, and keep happy, and keep pushing no matter what. So with that exactly being said, you guys really have received the other episode from last week, from last week Friday, to which has already been downloaded in YouTube already. From those of you who are watching videos in long, from those of you who are watching the actual episodes in YouTube, so you guys have already received it today, and it's already been plugged in already, so you'll find it there. So with that exactly being said, let's move forward. On today's episode, we're to speak about the power. We're to speak about the mighty power. Then we're to speak about the mighty power queen, who is a very powerful, formidable adversary of the Four Nation Hunters and of the entire intergalactic coalition of the Seven Nation Hunters, and of the Fire Hunters. She rules her kingdom with an iron fist, and she's lived throughout the entire sacred universe, and throughout the entire sacred dimensions for over millennia of centuries and thousands more centuries than ever possible. It is due thanks to her immortality and to her genius intellect that she was able to preserve her people's dominance and her followers' dominance over the following decades, and she rules the power kingdom with great iron fist. She's known for her great noble words and for her great kindness, but she's very highly sophisticated in ancient magic, in ancient dark red magic and energy projectable powers of changing and mimicking other supernatural creatures' abilities and of their powers as well, in order for her to advance herself to a very unsettling stage. It is due this that the Four Nation Hunters have found the power kingdom, or rather the power dimension that she's ruled, to be a sinister dimension filled with many ancient traps, creatures, beings, and her people and her followers were able to exactly creating traps for the past Four Nation Hunters and the origins not to enter the dimension without the queen's approval, or without one of her servants or her followers actually giving them the full access to enter her domain. But in doing so, the Queen of Power, or better known as the Queen of Power, is very very quietly sadistic, ruthless, powerful, extremely immortal, wise, and also very quietly unsettling. And she's very highly, toughy, levelly intellect, clever, and very resourceful as well. And she's very much quietly unpredictable. You may never know exactly her moves. According to the Four Nation Hunter Elders and to the Seven Nation Hunter Elders, the Queen of Power is very highly hungry for true change throughout the entire sacred universe, especially throughout the entire sacred dimensions of the sacred universe and of the sacred countries and especially within the sacred magic universe itself as well. She's willing to do whatever it takes to joining forces with the Four Nation Hunters' greatest enemies, and with the Four Nation Hunters' greatest enemies, and with the arch nemesis of the universal heroes, and with the arch foes of the mighty united heroes, in order to try to control the conflict between good and evil, so that her people can have an opening to taking advantage of the war, so that they can be the sole dominant species of the entire sacred universe and ruling it with an iron fist. All she sees is the evolution of change, power for her and her kind to rule and place their sole dominance on the other sacred dimensions and countries. And she's very highly persistent and relentless at that goal. And she's willing to wait at the right near time to beginning the next move or the next chess play move, and she's very wise in ancient chess play games and very highly very powerful, very powerful, open, often optimistic strategist and a tactician who she knows how to play the game by its rules, and she can change the rules of the game in a snap of a finger, just as any time as she wants as well. So let's exactly proceed. During the ancient millennia of the great following centuries, the Queen of Power has always observed the ancient conflicts within the entire sacred great nations, especially the wars that continue to rain down over many sacred supernatural villages, clans, and secretive great nations of magic and the magical clans and of the supernatural races and their nations as well. She's been very highly been observant and keeping a close watch on everything that's been going on for the past few centuries. In doing so, she and her forces have remained quiet, and they've remained highly watching and observing everything in its close proximity, in keeping a close watch on everything that goes down, who wins and who loses, who sees power, who has taken the power, who has taken advantage of the power. They've been keeping a higher, close, observant watch at the state of the entire sacred universe, willing to wait for the right time of precision to make the next move of taking advantage of the situation, or either of exploiting the situation to their advantages as well. During the next following centuries, the Power Queen was able to make a very interesting offer, interesting powerful proposal offer to a ruthless alien conqueror who wanted to conquer the entire known universe. In return for this, the ruthless alien conqueror exactly told the Power Queen that due to his army, due to his armada, the 4-nation hunters and the 7-nation hunters were quietly competing up against each other. The fire hunters would gladly take him out, and they would gladly, highly recommendedly wipe him out and remove him out of power and out of order for creating disorder and disharmony throughout the entire known universe, due to the fact that his military might is not as strong and powerful as it is. The Power King exactly told the ruthless alien conqueror that in return for this, she will offer him the mighty military might that he requires, and she will give it to him in full spades as long as he fulfills his sole objectivity and his purpose given to the plan that they both wanted to organize. But the planning must wait until the timing is right to take full advantage of the chaos of the situation. Then they'll begin fully exploiting the advantage of seizing more power than anything else they've ever seen before, to which the alien conqueror exactly understood what the Power Queen meant by that. Meaning, in other words, she exactly agreed that it's best for them to remain close allies. When the time is right, they'll begin the initiation of the goals and of the preparation that are quietly been set in stone as well. During the middle century, the Power Queen has also managed to meet up with the dark magic users known as the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful in the ancient forest within her kingdom's walls, where she exactly offered them infinite knowledge and infinite power and infinite great ability. The dark magic users agreed in doing so. They'll actually help her people and her kind to adapt to the dark magical ways and the roots. But the Power Queen exactly refused the dark knowledge of how to controlling dark magic. Rather, instead, she told the dark magic users that she might reacquire the power of controlling shadow energy rather than to infuse herself with the ancient energy. The dark magic users exactly agreed that they'll exactly do just that in order to teaching her the ways of manipulating shadow energy rather than to infusing herself with. But one dark magic user began to ask the Power Queen why would she rather not infuse herself with the ancient substance. The Power Queen told the dark magic users that she's no idiot. She really quietly saw the price, where the original World of Magic is really quietly paying the price with full spades, where his body is dying and decaying throughout his cells and quietly further deteriorating throughout his entire body system. It did exactly grant him full immortality and full blessed power and all of that in youth, but deep down in his body it's still dying, and it's still literally dying and killing him slowly, and his aging is continuing to grow more older, but little, and waning more older than ever before, due to the immense immortality and powers and the gifted abilities and all the forbidden techniques that he already possesses. He's already quietly dying, and the body cannot tolerate all of it completely and precisely. To which the dark magic users precisely agree that the Power Queen is extremely highly observant and also highly, very much highly intelligent. They agree that they would not take her intelligence lightly ever again, due to the fact that they know that she's very highly observant and very highly watching everything that goes within the entire sacred universe as well. During the ending of the following centuries, the Power Queen kept a close watch on all the ancient conflicts and wars and everything else throughout her entire ancient kingdom. All the Phoenician hunters came to her dimension. Some were quietly killed through the uninvited invitation, and they were quietly forced to be turned into rampaging beast and monstrous creature due to the fact that the queen's dimension herself is ruled by her energy of dark power and of dark energy, light energy itself as well. As the Power Queen warned the Phoenician hunter elders and of their great predecessors that those who enter her walls will suffer a fate far worse than death ever before as well. Near to the early years, the Power Queen managed to make a very sinister, interesting connection with the power elders, where she dispatched a proxy in her place in order for him to speak in her behalf. The proxy exactly told the power elders that during at these ancient dark times, that the power kingdom will not be giving or relinquishing its entire resources to the power elders, realizing that the forces of evil have really played their hands and shown that their power is fully might against the forces of good, to which the war between two sides is about to break out and spill out of control. The power elders quietly accepted the terms of the Power Queen, and they've agreed to offer her spies and sleeper agents if the time ever arises. Which the proxy agreed that the sleeper agents would definitely serve a useful purpose for them to keeping eyes and ears on the entire sacred universe and the known universe of all the other alien star systems and within the sacred great nation's borders. To which the power elders seemed very highly pleased with that, and also very highly pleased with that, and also very completely happy with the reassurance that they are about to actually subjectively achieve as well. On the actual on the actual precise day on the actual precise day on the actual precise day of the on the actual precise day of the actual 20th of February, the Power Queen and her people were able to reconvene in the ancient dark forest, in the ancient dark forest, in the ancient dark shadowy, in the ancient dark forest, in the ancient actual dark forest of our magical kingdom, to where they all discussed the mighty demise of the original Lord of Magic and the Shadow Empire still decaying in chaos ever possible. The rightful people exactly advised the Power Queen that it's time for them to take advantage of the turmoil and of the chaos right away before it can exactly affect them in a more sinister way than ever possible. The Power Queen exactly reassured her people that she already has a plan in place. All they have to do is follow it to the book, making sure that the exploitation of the Shadow Empire will become their topest priority, but not after they've taken full advantage of the chaos itself within its true entire perimeter as well. On the actual precise 17th of March, the Power Queen was able to precisely reconvene with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on a dark crystal chamber to it houses ancient statues of great mongrel monsters, sea snakes, and creatures, and unknown beasts and unknown particular and unknown Pacific beasts and creatures and monsters of their own, to where the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders precisely agreed that it's time for them to actually begin finalizing the full quotation of their plan and the full quotation of their true meeting as well. But the Power Queen began to mysteriously exactly advising the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the entire deal and the rest of its true purpose will remain unknowns to the universal heroes, to which they cannot precisely underestimate it as well, to which it might serve a very useful warning and a very useful and a very quietly useful warning to the ancient ways, and it might actually threaten the entire future of it might actually threaten the entire future of the sacred universe itself as well, to which the mighty Shadow Empire warlords and commanders quietly completely agreed that that deal will definitely serve its purpose of scrutiny, and it might actually give them the right purpose for them to begin the full facilitation of their goals, to which they do share a common interest as well. On the actual precise of the 5th of April, the mighty Power Queen was able to reconvene with her dark, mysterious followers on an ancient dark crystal chamber where it possesses ancient monstrous frog statue-like creatures that actually explain the power of how to transmute energy, or how to transmute energy into dark energy itself, and how to expel the dark energy into chaotic energy, into chaos, magic, and energy, in order to evaporating the energy and using it like the light hunters use the power of light energy and of light magic. They can exactly use the natural power of the natural energy to evaporate it, and to also to absorbing it and extracting it, which fully grants them the power of super speed, the power of telepathy, and the power of the eyes changing into some animal weird eye color, into animal weird eye different colors as well. Within the ancient chamber, crystal chamber, the followers of the mighty Power Queen exactly began to tell the mighty Power Queen that they managed to fully crack the ancient code and the ancient knowledge of her to evolve into a most powerful ancient creature of a being, of a mighty powerful ancient creature of a being, to which the other follower began telling the mighty Power Queen that she can either become a powerful, dark, sinister witch, or a very powerful, dark, sinister threat, unlike anything else that the mighty universal heroes have never seen before. But the Power Queen exactly told her dark followers that all she needs is the knowledge, and then she'll take the training and the course of becoming more powerful than she ever did, than she ever is, than she ever was in her previous time and in her previous millennia of centuries, to which it's been exactly been the goal that she's been after as well. On the actual precise day of the 29th of May, the Power Queen was able to reconvene with the monsters, with the natural monsters of the sacred country beneath the middle sacred city sewers, to where one of the generals of the monsters exactly began to explain that the master's plans had already begun taking place. All they needed the full preparations to begin the full attack and the full incursion. The Power Queen exactly told the natural monsters forces lord, that she will provide them the resources they need to begin the full attack and the full incursion, to which it will deliver a full-blown, unlike anything else that the Seven Nation Hunters had never seen, to which it will begin paving a way for not just showing the power struggle, but the chaos of darkness and the chaos of good and evil being at war together, which both sides do share a common reflection of what they truly desire in the entire known universe of the cosmos, to where they all precisely agree, and that is exactly what shall proceed on as well. On the actual precise day, of the 29th of June, the Power Queen exactly returned to the ancient powerful forest shrine, which bred the ancient statues of her previous predecessors, of her descendant, one who was a powerful natural druid and the other who was a powerful natural Power Queen, who has gained the power of natural power and the power of absorbing and extracting the energy. During the meditation of the shrine, she gained the power of absorbing the natural power and the natural balance power and the natural absorption power all together, to which began changing the reflection of her skin and the reflection of her eyes into some animal eye coloring eye. Some of her eyes began glowing into a bluish color, or into a reddish color, or into a green color, demonstrating that her power has grown in full speed, and that the spiritual energy that she's able to fully gain from the natural power has granted her immense long gravity and immense long immortality. Looking at the steps behind, she was able to process it in the natural right direction, though it was after all coming from the dark side, not from the light side, compared to what the original Lord of Magic tried to do by trying to understand the capability of natural power. He took the deepest route by trying to breaking the physical ancient law, but in doing so he paid the ultimate price, since the Power Queen realized his mistake and error. But in doing so, she also began to discover that he was able to crack the secret of obtaining the power without any further cause, but the price was very much quietly too high. very quietly too high for him to pay, and he paid it without any repercussions or any perceptions made to his fellow demise as well. On the actual precise day of the 9th of July, the Palkun was able to reconvene with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on the respective headquarters, which was a shadowy headquarters that had no statues but ancient mythical paintings of vampire, Shadow Empire warlords and commanders and bat-like creatures that can adapt and evolve to mysterious hyper abominations, which the fire hunters and the ice hunters wanted so badly to be extinct that they had to be gone before they could spread an ancient deadly virus that could turn their people into those same abominations of all kind. The Palkun exactly reassured the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the experiment will continue its way and that the army is ready to full and begin its true mission and purpose as well. To which Shadow Empire warlords and commanders seemed quietly reassured, and they exactly advised the Palkun do not exactly betray them, because if she does betray them, they'll suffer a fate far worse than anything else that they've never seen before. The Palkun began to reassure the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that everything will go according to plan. All they have to do is stick to it, and she'll always remain their powerful, loyal ally and friend, as she always did many, many millennia and centuries ago. And it's thanks to that partnership that it has managed to solidify the alliance between them and managed to growing it stronger than ever before, making it sure that it stays formidable due to them sharing a common interest, that their goals are now intertwined and fully aligned together because of the common goal and the common interest that they fully share, as she began to reassure them of their reassurances as well, and they quietly believed her in that as well. On the actual precise day of the 15th of August, the ancient abominations that I actually spoke about within the actual ancient paintings began wreaking havoc, being summoned by the Palkun's mysterious dark followers on the alien world's jungle, where they wreak an enormous amount of havoc and chaos beyond anything else ever seen. The 4 Nation Hunters and the 7 Nation Hunters and the members of the Universal Founders and the members of the Universal Fire Heroes were forced to intervene to stopping such a monstrous abominational threat, due to the help of the vampire heroes who came just in the nick of time to helping them to dissolve the situation and also to furtherly neutralizing the threat ever before. The battle continued to go on as they stopped these monstrous supernatural abominational creatures. They were like powerful hybrid genetic hybrid creatures created in order to serve a monstrosity of a dark purpose of all, and in doing so they quietly able to neutralize them and subduing them. The members of the Universal Founders and the members of the Universal Fire Heroes and of the Vampire Heroes and of the 4 Nation Hunters of the Intergalactic Coalition began to realize that now these ancient kingdoms and these ancient forces are now rising in power, trying to put their control within the entire sacred universe and within the entire known universe, especially within the other alien star systems. The good question is, who could be behind this entire massive orchestration as well? If it's not the members of the Founders or the members of the Order of Power or the members of the Order of Death or the members of Sinister Magic, then who could it be, as they all begin asking themselves? And the leader of the Vampire Heroes began to reassure the members of the Universal Fire Heroes and of the Universal Founders that they'll get to the bottom of the situation as well. On the actual 13th of September, the Palkun was able to remain within her throne room chamber of her central kingdom, to where one of her forces exactly told her that the attack on last year August managed to successfully fail, but it did exactly serve its crucial purpose, as her forces exactly began to reassure her that everything is going according to plan, the way it's supposed to be. And the Palkun seemed very, very quietly pleased. Now things are now turning up into a good, positive way as well. On the 14th of October, the Palkun was able to regroup with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders in a dark, ancient crystal cave of a hideout, to where it houses a huge army, a huge, powerful 1,000 billion soldiers of Shadow Empire warlords and abominations of creatures of genetic hybrid creatures of vampire, Shadow Empire warlord, a werewolf, Shadow Empire warlord, a witch, Shadow Empire warlord, a druid, Shadow Empire warlord. Many mutated Shadow Empire forces had become nothing but transformed, enhanced individual armies of themselves, wearing and possessing possessing and mimicking the abilities of the supernaturals, not the supernaturals of the aliens and of the Four Nation Hunters, the members of the Universal Heroes, of the United Heroes abilities and of their powers as well in the process, making them the elite soldiers and armies that the Power Queen desired for them to be. The other Shadow Empire warlord began to reassure the Power Queen there was a type of army at this disposal that will have enough for them to controlling humanity and placing the world under their sole dominance. The Power Queen exactly told the Shadow Empire warlord and commander, the leader of the Shadow Empire group, that she has no interest in controlling humanity, but the only interest she has is controlling the sacred great nations of the sacred universe. That is where their focus should go, because the members of the Order of the Five and the members of the Founders have already come up with a plan to controlling humanity and also using humanity's resources to creating a powerful ancient war, and by bringing them in a huge crossfire between good and evil, to where the members of the Universal Heroes and the members of the United Heroes will mostly likely take it into their interest themselves to intervene and stopping the chaos from rising evermore. But that has no concern to her. Her concern is the universe of the sacred universe and the golden universe that must be placed under their sole control. Humanity already has already been caught up in an unknown ancient war for the past few centuries. That has no concern to the Power Queen, but rather what concerns her is the entire sacred magic universe that must be under her dominion. That is where her true concern lies. The Shadow Empire warlords and commanders agree that it's time that they begin the ancient facilitation. They will handle the rest of humanity. But if the members of the Founders or the members of the Order of the Five of the ancient sacred society get in the way, then they'll be forced to dealing with the threat, as she warned the Shadow Empire warlords that the members of the Universal Heroes and of their allies will always intervene to protecting mankind from disastrous and catastrophic threats that would bring unknown disasters to the realm of mankind. It would be unwise to controlling humanity before the plan will mysteriously fail. And with an army such as that at their disposal, it would be wise if they use that army to controlling the entire sacred great nations of the sacred universe rather than humanity, because they know that the Founders and the ancient groups of the ancient criminal groups have already had plans for humanity that are far beyond their comprehension. To which the other Shadow Empire warlord and commanders agree, then that is exactly what their main focus should be as well. On the actual precise day, on the actual precise day of the 18th of November, the Power Queen was able to meet up with the transparent creature that had the ability of blending in and remaining invisible through environments through the natural environments of the entire sacred universe, to where it able to reveal itself through a mysterious camouflage wall within her entire sacred domain. She exactly told her sleeper agent exactly told her that the Universal Heroes and the members of the United Heroes are gladly too powerful for them to go toe to toe with them, and it could break the ancient law and the ancient treaty that the ancient sacred magic kingdoms have already been fighting for many past few centuries. The Power Queen exactly told her ancient that it's best that they use the army for a much larger goal and a much larger purpose, to controlling the entire over and light universe. That is where it should come to bearing fruit. Then the sacred universe will be theirs, and then they'll have full command over the sacred world that is in coexistent with the human world. Then in doing so, they will be the ones in charge of everything, and they'll be the ones known as the immortal gods. And her sleeper agent exactly warned the Power Queen that the members of the Universal Heroes are powerful, and they are too deadly, and they are totally smart and very highly intelligent. Each one of them are very highly resourceful. It would be unwise to challenging them, as she already told her super agent that she already has a plan in place put in store for those heroes, enough to draw their attention away from what's really about to go down as well. On the actual precise 21 of December, the Power Queen was able to reconvene with one of her human super criminals on Earth, on his central headquarters, where he told her that everything else is going according to plan. The operation known as Operation Night or Project Night has already begun taking hold, due to the fact that they were able to abduct some superhuman criminals and liberating them from the human cells that are partly kept within the human government. But the members of the United Heroes and the covert ops team and the other covert ops team began to intervene, known as a Sacred Team, in order to making sure that the operation took a huge dark turn in making sure that the escaped super criminals did not escape into the real world to wreaking havoc and chaos. But the Power Queen exactly told her operative that quietly never matters, but they were able to recover something very vital, which was the only thing that she quietly concerned about, which the agent exactly told him that they brought the ancient mythical vampire who was quietly kept in a chamber locked within the cell of the transportation of the vehicle, and that he's still able to remain in there. She told her agent that it's time for him to waken up. On the 17th of January, the ancient mythical vampire began to waking up within the domain of the Power Queen's dimensional kingdom, to where he seemed highly impressed that the Power Queen began to liberate her, as the Power Queen began to educating him on what's been going on for many, many centuries until the moment of his release and what's been happening, and he decided it's best to listen to what's been going on as well. On the precise 3rd of February, the mighty immortal vampire seemed highly relieved that the ancient original Lord of Magic is dead, but in doing so, the mighty Power Queen began to reassure him that if he's willing to continue his legacy and goal, they will be never able to stop him, rather than to provide him the necessary resource. In doing so, the mighty ancient vampire told the Power Queen that he has a different proposition for her people, one that might benefit them very, very graciously. On the actual 19th of March, the ancient immortal vampire took the Power Queen to an ancient dark dragon skeleton ancient bone headquarters of a cave, to where he began absorbing the dark magic and demonstrating to her that the power of darkness and magic still allied, still fully concluded one another. But there is something that the other forces did not exactly foresee or realize, that the original Lord of Magic always had a contingency plan before he actually gathered fail-safes that are quietly put him a caution to making sure that his power would remain highly alive and actively alive, which proves in other words that it did exactly work to many, many beneficial state. And the Power Queen exactly told the ancient vampire she's willing to be educated on how to understanding the physical manifestation of dark magic. In return, he wants to remain by her side as her next left-hand man, as her powerful left-hand man, loyal by to the core of her throne and of her reign, no matter what, to which she gladly accepted the proposition, knowing that his loyalty is exactly why the original Lord of Magic gave him the power and rewarded him for such obedience and for such true measures of loyalty. And in doing so, that is why he entrusted him with the forbidden knowledge and powers that no one else should never exactly obtain, knowing full well that they'll take advantage of that. In doing so, the mighty, immortal dark vampire bowed down to the mighty Power Queen and reassuring her that from now on out, her will is his will, and that he will continue serving her no matter what and remaining by her side no matter what at all times as well, to which she seems successfully pleased of that as well. Despite this, guys, the Power Queen is very ancient, very immortal, very powerful, having lived for many, many thousands of centuries over and over, ruling the entire power kingdom domain of her entire dimension for the past few centuries. She's viewed as an unsuspected, powerful, formidable ally to the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, because they do share a common goal and a common interest as well, because through that partnership they formed an ancient treaty during the following centuries, and during when the other monarchy of the Shadow Empire, warlord of the Shadow Empire, began falling and one began rising, they began forming the alliance during in those ancient times and during in those ancient following centuries, making sure and solidifying that the partnership remains as strong, as powerful as it is as well. And it strengthens the alliance and the allegiances through her people and through their people as well, combining greater influential dark magical resources and more highly experienced forces to joining forces with them as well. The Power Queen has proven the power to be highly sadistic, merciless, ruthless, capable of controlling natural environments of her magical domain at will, and controlling natural wooden forest at will, the power of siphoning, absorbing, extraction, teleportation, the power of opening interdimensional portals, disrupting the fabric of reality of space-time, to which she can basically do with herself, and the power of super thinking, telepathy, mind control, hypnosis, erasing minds and memories, to which she can do with ease as well, and the power of dark magical energy manipulation, red energy manipulation, the power of shapeshifting. Her eyes change color, and as well as the skin changes color, just showing the power, that showing the actually showing that the natural power and the balanced power that she absorbed and extracted has already worked its way and has already done its full purpose, granting her immense longevity and power and immortality beyond anything else. She's very powerful, cunning, resourceful, leads and rules her entire monarchy kingdom with an iron fist. According to the 4 Nation Hunters and to the 7 Nation Hunters, the Power Queen has remained the sole dominant founding ruler for the past few centuries and for the past few millennium centuries, during the ancient times and even during now, within the modern times of the universal heroes, of the age of the universal heroes, and of the age of the members of the world heroes, and of the other allies as well. Throughout all of this, he has gained the power to wait, the power of precision, the power to understanding, the power of watching, preserving, understanding, maintaining the status quo of our people, the dominance of our people, maintaining many secretive individual bases of headquarters, such as ancient temples, caves, mystical caves, hideouts to which have ancient natural power energy coursing through them, and she uses them in order to meditate and to literally absorb and extracting the power itself as well. She's very crafted with the power of summoning, the power of resurrection, revival, and the power of studying scientific knowledge and ancient knowledge and ancient languages of telepathic and speaking the languages of human society and of different human cultures, and mimicking the powers of the members of the 4 Nation Hunters, the members of the Universal Founders, the members of the Universal Heroes, and the members of the World Heroes, and the members of the Vampire Heroes. Due to this, the dark magic users, known as the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful, have gained the power to respect her through her dark followers, who she leads with great power and with great dictatorship of leadership skills, to which she possesses with an iron fist. The rest of her domain of her people know very well that the Power Queen doesn't like power, but all she does is she knows how to use it in a very resourceful way and in a very darker way, and she respects power because she knows that power can corrupt even the brightest and even the deadliest minds of all. Due to her expertise and due to her relying on power, she knows how to use it, and she knows how to use it wisely and fruitfully, rather than to exploiting it in a very darker way and preserving her time to wait. She's very resourceful, highly influential. She has dark, sinister connections with evil warlords, commanders, druids, witches, faithful, powerful Shadow Empire warlord groups, to which they formed an ancient alliance during the ancient times. As I told you, that an ancient alliance was formed with her people and with the Shadow Empire warlords, sharing a common interest and a goal, to which they created an army of monstrous abomination of clones, to which became 1,000 super soldiers of supernatural creatures and armies at their disposal, kept in a hidden headquarters, literally kept in a hidden headquarters, to where the army remains highly hidden and highly dormant for the past few centuries, to where they began discussing the financials and the facilitation of how to use the army to conquering the golden universe, the sacred universe, the entire known universe, humankind, and also as well as the over universe, the light universe, the dark universe, the robotics universe, the star universe. But the Power Queen has no interest in ruling over humanity. She knows that the ancient powerful criminal groups, such as the Founders, the Order of the Five, the Order of the Six, the Galactic, and the Order of Power, have many powerful larger plans for humanity and for the members of the Universal Heroes, for them to fighting over the solar system, to which she has no interest with that. Rather, with the interest with the ancient universe and with the ancient dimensions she successfully resides in. And that's where she tells the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, who are her frequent collaborators and partners, that they should utilize this much power of this army to conquering the golden universe, or the sacred great nations of the sacred universe as well. And in doing so, she shows them the power of persistency and the power to think with great strategy and with full tactician, proving that beyond might, she's very strategic, very good with battle utilization, analyzation, with the power of great prophecy and ideology, wise open and also darkly honest and very highly good in maintaining her emotions and keeping them calm, and she doesn't show emotions or anything, but she always maintains them. The power of studying, mimicking minds, powers and ability, illusion based powers, resurrection, the entire ancient magical land at will, destroying the land at will, manipulating the power of shadow energy and of light energy, the power of creating chaos, magic, and the power of opening up the ancient, powerful, immortal vampire who became the great agent of the original Lord of Magic, to which he has now decided to serve the Power Queen and remaining by her side at all costs, due to the fact that he has also learned that she's very highly noble, intelligent, and also very highly honorable and honored foe who respects power and who does not abuse it, who learns that she can use it wisely better than all the other forces he is served by, and decided to remaining by her side as her next left or right handman, to which the Power Queen accepted the proposition and decided it's best to keep a powerful immortal vampire by her side as her next right-hand man, due to the fact that she already has a left-hand man already by her side, which will make her more powerful and more formidable. The members of the Universal Founders and the members of the Vampire Heroes and of the Universal Fighters already discussed with the members of the Phoenician Hunter Elders that the Power Queen is too deadly and unpredictable and very too powerful. She shares an ancient, powerful truce and alliance with the Shadow Empire, with some of the Shadow Empire powerful groups already who have decided to aid each other on their respective mission, and their sole goal and mission is for them to conquer the entire sacred universe, and she's willing to wait for that time to strike. They don't know that they possess an army, and it's unknown to them that they already possess an army which is 1,000 super ancient mutated creatures of soldiers, of genetic clones, of vampires, werewolves, beings that are far powerful, highly enhanced with the powers and the creatures of all the creatures that reside in the entire sacred universe, proving beyond doubt she's very highly persistent and very highly proficiency in her accuracy in studying supernatural genetic DNA and sequencing the DNA and creating an army unlike anything else that they've never created before. And they really got the inspiration to the original Lord of Magic or Lord Jet or Lord Clay, due to them becoming the apprentice and protege of the original Lord of Magic. Due and thanks to them that the organization that they founded and led have supplied the Power Queen with more intimate knowledge of how to creating genetic clone armies that are more powerful and more highly sufficient, due to the accurate of them thinking, granting them more intelligent and more power and more capabilities than ever known, showing that they are fully highly resourceful and highly influential as well. And the Power Queen has shown the power to maintaining her cover and working beyond the shadows of the entire sacred universe and focusing those operations within the shadows of humankind, and making sure that the super criminals or the super villains that reside over the human world, some of them work as a sleeper agent, while her real sleeper agent is a dark, sinister, transparent of a creature that blends and camouflages with the entire environment, and that has the power and the ability of remaining invisible to anyone else for them to detect or sense it, to which thanks to the Power Queen's followers and her people who have been able to study the creature and granting it special, unique abilities for it to mimic and remain within the shadows, and also providing the powers to hide its signature energy and weapon and signature powers and energy from being detected and located by the members of the Universal Magic Heroes or the members of the Universal Defending Heroes, the Phoenician Hunters, the Sacred Clans of the Sacred Universe, or the Sacred Great Nation Elders, or their soldiers, or their troops, or anyone else, because some of them possess unique, different supernatural abilities and powers that can easily detect an invisible threat or transparent forces. But in doing so, he has also gained the power of summoning and the power of desummoning, the power of resurrection, camouflage, stealth, precision, disappearing and reappearing at will, respecting her allies and her long-time collaborators, proving beyond doubt she's very immortal and possesses the power of long gravity, super intelligent, rules her entire domain with an iron fist, and very powerful and very highly a dictatorship, the rightful heir to the throne, to which her kingdom herself, an entire dimension, is the central headquarters, houses her chamber, laboratory, secret chambers, rooms, crystals, statues, ancient paintings of those who have come before her, and she respects them, and she knows that they possess great knowledge and infinite power, and she's willing to utilize that power to adapt herself and to evolve herself, knowing that the members of the Universal Heroes are powerful beyond doubt, and she knows that they cannot be trusted, and she knows that she must always follow her gut instinct. But in doing so, she uses them to further her ancient goal and her ancient plan as well. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a blessed, wonderful day. Take care of yourself, stay happy, and stay good as well. And have a great day. Remember, remain persistent and resilient. You guys got this. Believe in yourself as well. I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a blessed day. Love you and bye. You know that today's episode is the Power Queen. I'll try to see what can I actually do on the actual description. But other than that, guys, enjoy your day. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe to Billy Yo's channel subscribe to Billy Yo's channel in YouTube or in TikTok. Whoever makes you guys happy and still appreciate it. Now take care and stay safe and stay happy. Knowledge is power, guys. It must be used in the right way, not in a darker way. Otherwise, you'll pay the unknown price. Either way, it's my advice to you. How you see fit to use it, it's up to you. Either way, take care. Have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay good. Enjoy your day. It's beautiful, it's sunny, and it's worth looking at as well. And bye.